Why hello there, my name's Ark and I'm a penguin, and one of the first consoles that I ever owned in my entire life was the Nintendo Wii, and I am willing to bet that I have over 100 hours in it. I played so many different games on the Wii, like Zelda Skyward Sword, Lego Star Wars, some Kirby game, Skylanders Giants for some reason. But easily my favorite Wii game was Super Mario Galaxy, even though I put 50 hours into Skylanders.
The first Super Mario Galaxy might be my favorite Wii exclusive game of all time. I love the gravity mechanic, the music, the levels, the fact that it's easy, how unique it is. I love it all. After I beat the main game, I beat it again, having no idea that they released a sequel in the year 2010. Fast forward to September this year, and I finally bought Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Nintendo Wii.
As somebody who was a pretty big fan of the original Mario Galaxy, I was ecstatic to play the second one. So as per usual, I'm going to sum up my thoughts on the game and complain about how it's too hard for me.
The game starts off with you choosing either Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Luma, or your own head for your save file. Well, I don't know about you, but in my opinion, there's no such thing as having too many Luigi heads. The game opens up with a 2D tutorial section. During this tutorial, Mario kidnaps an innocent Luma and demands that it give him the ability of motion sickness. Mario shows up at Peach's castle, and everybody's freaking out because Bowser took way too many steroids. Oh yeah, and he also kidnapped Peach. You're then launched by Luma into the first level. Mario feels exactly how he did in the first game, except his movement is a little bit smoother. He has the exact same moveset that he had in Mario Galaxy 1. Which is kinda disappointing. I'm not mad about it at all, but I would have really liked to see a brand new move or moves. There are new power-ups though, and oh man are they awesome. My favorite has got to be the Cloud Flower, where you can float on clouds and create 3 of your own. There's also a power-up that turns into a rock. But the biggest addition to Super Mario Galaxy 2 is without question the number 2. Oh yeah, and Yoshi's also here. Yoshi is back, baby, and he has 2 of his own power-ups. One makes him morbidly obese, and the other makes him the living embodiment of caffeine. The level design is also fantastic. It's not as good as the first, in my opinion, but it's better than something like 3D World, for example. This game is constantly considered not only the best Wii game, but the best Mario game of all time. And I adore this game, and it's absolutely in my top 10 favorite Mario games. But the first Galaxy is in my top 3, and it is absolutely because of nostalgia. Because overall, I'd say that 2 is better. But I just had more enjoyment in the first Galaxy, simply because it's a bit easier than 2. And yes, I am aware that that is a stupid reason to prefer one game to another, but keep in mind that this video was written and made by somebody who struggled at Kirby's Adventure for the NES, a game that was literally designed to be easy. This game is hard. While I was getting footage for this video, I died a concerning amount of times at the exact same part, and it was absolutely my fault. A lot of games have you yelling at either the game or the controller, but this game was so perfectly programmed that if you mess up, it's almost always on you. I would personally recommend playing the first game because the first game will warm you up for the second one, and while I do personally prefer the first game, I can absolutely see why this is so many people's favorite Mario game. The next thing to talk about is the soundtrack. Like the first game, this game supports an orchestrated soundtrack, and if you've seen any of my other videos, then you know how much I adore orchestrated soundtracks. There are a lot of remixes from the first game, and I actually prefer some of them to the originals. I honestly don't know what else to say about the soundtrack other than listen to it. This game's atmosphere is fantastic, and it really feels like you're exploring different galaxies. I will say that I do think that the first game definitely feels more like you're in space, but the second one still nails the different galaxy atmosphere. This game is a perfect example of a sequel done right. Faithful to the original, enhanced gameplay, and most importantly, just as fun. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is amazing, and while it's not my favorite Mario game, it's still very special to me, and in my opinion, it is one of the greatest sequels of all time.
Super Mario Galaxy 2 is such a good time, and I cannot recommend it enough. But I'll always prefer the original, simply because even as a kid, it blew my mind beyond belief. And I think I'll always consider it my favorite Wii exclusive game of all time. Oh, what the